The Words of Radiance is one of the best books I have ever read. The Stormlight Archives is on its way to being my favorite series of all times. Brando Sando does it again. Let's get into the review. You guys may be thinking, JR, where's the bookshelf? Where's the setup? There's no time for that. Yeah, I've got quite a bit going on, but I wanted to make sure I got you guys the review of The Words of Radiance. And not only did I want to get you the review, I wanted to give you my raw reactions, my raw feelings after finishing this book. Let's start off by saying this book was brilliant. There's so many cold moments that happen in this. The character development, mwah! Like in the first review, I complained about Shallan. I said, actually, I'm not rocking with Shallan too tough. By the end of the book, Shallan's one of my favorite characters. The side characters like Adeline and Wit, these characters, I'm starting to love them, not just like them, but love them. And then Dalinar, Adeline, Kaladin, they all are getting that development. And let me not talk about Amaram. I'm not even going to call him Amaram. I'm going to call him Amarim. Ruben Amarim. If you know who Amarim is, as a Man United fan, you know that pain. I'm so glad he got his comeuppance. And somehow Sadie's, the little snake, he's gotten out of it. And I'm sorry, I'm losing myself. We're going out of order. So let me just start off by telling you guys 3 of my favorite moments. Number 1 is obvious, yeah, because I've seen the quote everywhere. Honor is dead, but I'll see what I can do. Who was Brando Sando feeling like that day, bro? He was like Gunner in the house full of fire when he wrote that. When Kaladin steps down, poof, and he steps in and he saves Adeline, and that whole sequence is insane. I think it was probably, that sequence was probably like 40-ish pages. I swear to you, it felt like 5. It just zoomed through. I don't even see pictures when I read, but that felt like a movie. And that moment at the end, when he gets arrested, he gets thrown into prison, and a lot of the times when you read fantasy series, you know, oh, those moments of despair, they don't feel impactful because obviously you know there's more books coming. But legit, the dread I felt when he went back into prison, I said to myself, Kaladin may never come back from this. Kaladin may become a villain after this. But then, moment number 2, when he's stepping out of prison and you say, yeah, Adeline, he's lost himself. He wants to kill the king. He ain't vibing with anyone. And then next door, Adeline, the man that you are, to go into prison to back the man that you man kind of have beef with, but you've come out to back, you've gone into prison to back him? Yeah. Brando was holding a flaming hot pen that day. The words of, like that, honestly, it was such good writing because at that moment, I was convinced, Kaladin, he's going to go back to being this shadow of himself. He's going to go back to being this dark version of himself. And then after that, it's not a moment, but just after that bit when he loses Syl, and he doesn't have his powers anymore, and he's despairing, and he's going through that turmoil of the decision he's made, and should he kill the king? And then coming to that realization of actually the king is trying as hard as he can. He's trying to be a better version of himself. And I absolutely love that, because too much in fantasy, you get that trope where the king is really bad and he's really evil, but telling the story of somebody who really and truly wasn't ready to take up that mantle, who is trying his best but keeps failing. He doesn't have the character attributes that Kaladin does and Dalinar has, is so relatable, and it was so refreshing. So when Kaladin saves him, it's a great moment, and that's not moment number 3. Moment number 3. When Syl comes back talking to Kaladin and she tells him, say the words. Actually, you know what? That bit is encapsulating it because it happens at the same time. But when she's telling him, say the words. And he says, I'll protect those even if I hate them. And then he comes back. And then that sequence when he goes and flies and he fights Zeph. And then the beef with Zeph, and then at the same time you've got Shallan who's going through. Oh man, it was so good. Like, I'm so used to fantasy series. The last part of the book, it ramping up, it getting crazy, fights here, fights there, fights everywhere. But then the depth that comes with it, oh, wow, this is brilliant. And this is not even really a review. This is probably more of a raw reaction, man. That book was fantastic. And I'll be real with you guys. I've tried to do the reviews thing, the more serious thing. But I'll be honest with you, now these books, you're getting raw reactions. When I finish the book, I'm just going to switch on the camera and I'm just going to rant about how good or bad the book was. But yeah, guys, Stormlight Archives. If you're a fan of Wheel of Time, if you're a fan of Mistborn, if you're a fan of Red Rising, you love these fantasy series, you've got to read this one. You have to read this. This is cinema in pen, cinema in ink. These tattooed pages might genuinely change your life. Brando Sando. Well done, my man.